If you were a landlord in the UK right now, you probably heard the term Ground 1A. In this video, I want to clearly explain what Ground 1A is, what it replaces, and most importantly, what it actually changes for landlords who may be considering their options over the next couple of years. This is not an opinion or scare tactic. This is simple clarity. Ground 1A is a proposed mandatory possession ground introduced as part of the Renters' Rights Act reforms. Its purpose is to replace Section 21, which historically allowed landlords to gain possession of a property without giving a reason, provided the correct notice was served. Under the new system, Section 21 is now removed, and Ground 1A becomes the primary route for landlords who wish to sell a property with vacant possession. To understand Ground 1A, you need to understand what is being removed. Section 21 allowed landlords to serve notice without providing a valid reason. That route is now being closed. Ground 1A does not work in the same way. It is not no fault. It is a defined process with conditions attached. Those conditions include notice periods, evidence requirements, and time restrictions that are designed to protect tenants while still allowing landlords a route to sell. This is the most important part. Ground 1A does not make selling impossible, but it does make the process slower, more structured, and more exposed to delay. Notice periods are longer, the documentation requirements are stricter, and in some cases, landlords may face extended void periods or overlapping costs if the process does not move smoothly. That is the practical change landlords really need to understand. For many landlords, the question is not whether Ground 1A exists. The question is whether they want to rely on it. If you plan to hold long term, understand the process, and are comfortable with the timelines, Ground 1A is a route for sale. If you're already considering an exit and you want certainty over timescale, cost, and outcome, then relying on a future possession process may not be the most efficient option. So this is why you are now hearing more discussion and focus around selling with tenants in place. A tenanted sale does not require Ground 1A. There is no eviction process and no vacant possession requirement. This protects your income to the point of sale. The new buyer takes on the tenancy, and the sale progresses in parallel with the tenant remaining in the property. For many landlords, that avoids the cost, time, and uncertainty that Ground 1A introduces. And at Landlord Property Exchange, we estimate that's up to £16,000 per annum in cost saving alone. So Ground 1A is not something to panic about, but it is something to understand properly. That clarity allows better decision making. And in 2026 and beyond, better decisions matter more now than ever. If you really want to understand how Ground 1A applies to your specific situation or what alternative options exist, that conversation is always worth having.